Oh, oh. Credits. Okay. All things aside, all things aside, this game was really good. I really liked it. I did. The combat was awesome. To have a first-person parkour game like this too, like what are they called? Platformers. Like this is so rare in the big 2.6, and I miss them a lot. Maybe it's what should I call it? Like a less prevalent take, but I really like platformers. I really like them, and you just don't see them anymore, like at all. They're gone. Um, Besides that, the boss fights. Maybe I said that already. I really like the boss fights. The sublore, like all those entries, cool, very cool. I think the writing in there was emotional, and it was good enough to touch the player. If you actually took the time and mended the pieces together, I thought it was very good. I really like those. The characters themselves, Atticus, cool as shit. Manny, cool as shit. Aelin, I guess cool, but ever since we started, there was not a single reason to trust that character. Not one. Not one. We're in this together. Who is we? Who? You're working for the. A. A. Negate and disregard all of this god shit. You are a robot, or a whatever the fuck term you want to use. A robot put in my cell to keep a watch from the government, at least. A, government is a friendly term I'm using here. Second term I would use is God. Third term I would use is Allfather, because that's what they fucking call Atticus. Not to mention the Abyss. So 4. We know there is at least 4 fucking powers that want you to keep a hold on me. Why would we trust her? Why would we trust Aelin? There is no fucking reason to. Even the voice lines I picked, there was like 2 or 3. Even the ones closer to the end I said were like, well, I don't really trust you. It was not to the point of where Aelin was like thrown off guard, or where Fox really was like, man, this bitch is so tricky and she's gonna trick me and shit. I trust her completely. It's like, what the fuck? This character Fox, whatever the fuck her prisoner tag was. Prisoner tag. Don't forget that part, because that's pretty important. Is an idiot. Through and through, a big, fat brain pushing against her skull idiot. Smooth, polished, Windex, all that shit. Window liquor, huffing gas paint in the 60s. Sitting in the back seat while your parents were filling up like gas in your car. We trust, okay, number 1, we trust this entity. That's a good word for it. Aelin. Number 2, we don't question the Abyss that we ever hear speaking in our head for whatever reason. 3, why the fuck do you think Aelin, after you learn all this god shit, alright, you learn she was a god or whatever, the first god to take form or blah blah blah, why do you think she's not always with you? Says, oh, she's just an electronic being. So, hold on. She's connected to your soul. You're a ghost phantom bitch. And you think Aelin lost, like, electronic connection or some shit to your phantom soul? What? Okay. This writing I thought was fine. I would say fine, good even. I liked it. For the story, anyways, this Fox idiot's writing was like C minus. She said that was such a shit character. And having such an idiot dummy as the main character really dampens my opinion of the entire game. Like, it really dampens my opinion of the entire game. And, like, I don't know, whatever fucking tangent number bullet I'm on, whatever. This ending was so blatantly obvious, which is fine. Simple is not bad. Simple is not bad. But if it's that simple, how could the smooth brain Fox not see it coming? The pure trust she had in Aelin, and the pure hatred she had towards Atticus, the Allfather, Manny. First of all, what did Manny even do to you? Like, not much. Not much at all. Killed, not even killed. gave your one friend, what was... His name doesn't even matter. The Spider-Man. Not Spider-Man. The Spider Warden fellow. He made him sick when he went to like fucking 13,000 feet in the air. Why do we care? Oh, but he came across in our travels 3 times. You meet someone 3 times for 4 seconds each time. I mean, not 4 seconds. 15, 20 seconds. Rest in peace, Sarah Lamb. You will be missed. Always take that shit seriously. 14 times, or 14 seconds or whatever. And you trust, or not trust, you respect and love them or something so much that you're willing to go fight the evil god, or God in general. God, G-O-D. Right, that's a big term. And you kill the god because, well, A, the robot that's working for the government / god / allfather / entity / abyss says to, and your spider friend got sick in the head. No. No. Yo, I got some real ones out there. Cameron, Callan, my brothers, my family in general, my dog. I love my dog, even though I beat his ass up when we're play fighting. Am I gonna fight a god? My dog has been, let's say hypothetically, my dog lives for 300 years in a husk where he's a spider robot warden. And his lifespan's just about up anyways, and they acknowledge that in 1 or 2 voice lines. Am I going to fight a god because my 300-year-old dog suddenly... Hold on, in this context, my 300-year-old dog that I met 3 or 4 times got sick and died. No. So that whole Manny storyline shit, that whole side sphere, that was tragically bad. That was asshole. That was poop. No, that was just not cool. Okay, another tangent. Atticus, she reads all the entries. All of them, right? Or not all of them, but the ones we came across. Just from the ones we came across. You can see how that fellow's suffering as a father because of the decisions he made. Suffering as a person because of all of the choices he made. Yes, he gave whatever the fuck entity his daughter. And he wanted her back deeply. And that's why he started fucking up, because he was trying to get his daughter back. That is a tragic story. And every single time you see one of those entries, or we'd hear Atticus talk about it, Fox would just go, well, you're a fucking bitch. You're just an asshole. Yes, sure. Say all that shit. But how are you gonna find a spider fellow you've known for 4 seconds more, I don't know, 15, 20 times more pitiful than a father trying to get his daughter back? There is no equivalent in this entire game. None. They just like throw cards at you, tell you to gobble them up without giving you a specific reason to gobble them up. It's like you have this good fights. You have these good fights. And you have the good entries for those good fights. You know, all that storyline shit and all that entry number 40,000, 6920, whatever the fuck, 420, no scope. You have all that shit. And you come in here with a big old fucking fuck is what it is. Because they don't take any of that side entry shit or any of it that you've read, and they don't put any of that in that character Fox. None of this suffering. It just goes, Atticus, you're a bitch. Atticus, you're just an asshole. Atticus this, Atticus that. Hold on. What about the disease spreading? Have we ever thought about that fucking scourge? No. Okay, hold on. What about the gods being worshipped? We never talk about that. Not even a little from Fox. I mean, the entries will talk about it, but Fox, the main character, silent. Completely silent. I don't understand. This character probably ate rocks for breakfast, lead for lunch, and like vaped. What makes you whippets? Vaped whippets for fun, for brunch and dinner. It makes no sense. Uh, let's say she doesn't give a shit, okay? In the off tangent that she just doesn't give a shit, which is not the case, because she even cares when a spider fellow, drone warden, dies, and she's known him for a collective of 60 fucking seconds. How is she not gonna care about all the children that died from this disease? All the random people that suffered and died from this disease on this moon? But it all turns into, Atticus, you're a fucking meanie, you're a bully, and I'm going to kill you for this one robot entity, bitch, that you built and put in my fucking room. Does this make any fucking sense in the term of writing a character? No. No. Like I said, I like this game. I really did like this game. And it might not sound like it from this. But this gameplay was awesome. It was solid. I loved it. I really like this. I would recommend this game. I'm going to recommend this game to my friends and family because I think it was a good game. But holy shit, is the writing of this character Fox fucking trash. It's real bad. It's real bad. Because she's stupid, mega stupid. Emotionally attached and unattached at the same time, which doesn't make sense. That just doesn't make sense for a character. How are you going to try to have an empath? Right? You have this empath. Well, look at these people in this camp that are suffering from the disease. What about the rest of the entire world that we are killing, by the way, that has that disease? How about that one? We don't give a shit. We just don't care. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't care. All right? And this does not make sense. It makes no sense. None. But you know what we do care about? Otis not meeting up with Ellie again. What? Okay, you met Otis for 15 fucking seconds. You could probably go back and record it, and it's probably like 30 seconds or whatever. And Ellie's cool. I liked Ellie as a character. Very cool. But why does the main character care about her so much when we used a lift? We used a lift in one transport system. Oh, Ellie. What about your brother, Ellie? Do you care? Ellie, what about Otis? Don't you miss him? Ellie, why do we care now? Why does Fox care now? This character fucking sucks. Bad. Like, real bad shit. This character fucking blows. Sitting in the, go rewind a little bit. Sitting in the jail cells and shit. Yo, Aylin. What about anything else? No, I'm just gonna ask you about the strange scene. That was a. What do you think about Manny, Aylin? What do you think about your supposed brother that got you fucking killed? Are you serious? You don't ask about any general information. All right, none. You don't ask about, well, what's Atticus? He's the Allfather. Anything else? Well, he was a smart guy back on Earth. It's a shame he fucked up real bad. How is that all this writing can come to? I don't get it. I just don't get it. It does not make sense to me. But holy shit. My tangent aside, I think I've ranted about everything I can about this game. The writing fucking blows for Fox, the character. It really does. Her being a big dumb idiot really pisses me off, if you can't tell. Especially in the last scene where I was fighting Atticus, or the Abyss Hands and Atticus, I guess, whatever the fuck you want to consider that party, those hands and him. Child, can't you tell you're being used? Yes! How the fuck can we? How the fuck can Fox not tell? Aylin, even when she was being hung up and crucified, Aylin, I'm scared. It's okay. Is it fucking okay? Are we being so dead ass? Are we being so dead ass? Drop your fucking weapon and maybe stop trying that one voice line. Dead ass should have been enough to awaken Fox from her drunken, inebriated, lead-induced, whippets-induced, dementia, Alzheimer's brain damage. Just that one line from Atticus. Or that one line from Manny. Yeah, you're all the same. Yes, so apparently they fucking are all the same. They're all fucking stupid. Oh, child, can't you see you're being used? Hello, respond, Fox. Fox, respond. Respond to that one fucking line. And I think you would realize that maybe killing the god and killing the Allfather for Aelin. For Aelin. Oh, I'm doing it for myself. No, you're not. You're a fucking idiot. I just want my freedom. That's all well and dandy. That's all well and dandy. Everyone wants their freedom and everyone deserves their freedom. But think about it. Think about it. At least a little bit. Let's say she was super, super obsessed with getting her freedom, which she clearly was, because she didn't fucking think about anything else. Alright? Why am I doing this? For my freedom. If that's all you got, if that's all you can think of, maybe find a different profession, which you didn't really have a choice in. But apparently you've like never read a book. And my dog's here because he hears me yelling at this fucking PC. Hi Max, say hi. Yeah, regardless, this character really fucking sucked. It really blew asshole. And with that being said, we'll end the rant there. Luna Abyss, this game overall, it might not sound like it, but I would give it like a 7.5 out of 10. I really liked it. But holy shit, if you play this yourselves, mute the story. Just fucking shut that shit out. Because it was not good. I'll rate it higher because of the graphics. It was beautiful. There was a little lag, but I mean, that's fine. I don't give a shit about lag or frames or whatever. I don't care. The characters, cool. Fine, whatever. Ignore all the writing. Characters are cool. Beautiful scenery. Excellent scenery, even. It was gorgeous. Little side mini games like the railroad, or whatever you want to call that. The rail cart jumping, the parkour, the dashing, the eyeball jumping, the blinking, the riding, the spider wardens, the mini war machine, the big war machines, whatever they were called. That was all super cool. And not many games nowadays include all that shit in their campaign. I play everything. Okay, I've been around. I'm like a whore, but for video games. And that being said, all that shit was super cool. If the author Quayle Labs could get their writing and their character building down for their main character, I would rate this game probably like a 9 out of 10. Absolutely thought it was great. Alright. But that character writing for Fox just brings it down a whole 1.5 points, 7.5 out of 10. We'll leave it there because of the rest of the boss fights were awesome, scenic, beautiful. Yeah, it was so good. And I sweat too, like it was challenging. It was a good challenge for the parkour. It made you think. Time shit out or you die. Right? You don't want to do that. You have to run back and do all the parkour over again. And all that good stuff. All that good stuff we love about video games. And I can't, back to the tangent. I love complaining. If I can't, for the love of me, think how the people that made such a cool game and such cool boss fights make such a drab of a fucking main character. It does not make sense. The math does not add up for this main character. But that being said, everybody, it's your boy Sen Pineapple. Maybe you enjoyed this rant. Maybe you enjoyed all of this Luna Abyss shit, because I sure did. And that being said, I hope you have a good rest of your day or night or whatever. And I hope to see you in my next video as well. Thank you for tuning in. Goodbye.